Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Modern Day Mystic Show. Our mission here is to turn whatever you desire into real-life manifestations by sharing our revolutionary technology to make that happen for you. We bring you such cutting-edge information through our resident wizard, Peter Schenk, and also through such magical guests each week that are really making a difference to improve our lives on a variety of levels. I am your co-host, Donna, along with our founder and modern-day mystic, Peter Schenk. Peter, how are you today?
I am on fire tonight. We have an amazing guest, really cool activations coming up. It's going to be a really good show.
It's going to be a fabulous show. In fact, let me start off by introducing Holly Powers Matthews and just talking a little bit about her. So, Holly Matthews Powers, she's a psychic oracle and a pure channel of multidimensional teachers and guides. She's able to bring forth beautiful divine communication for you. She's a multidimensional channel and can access the Akashic Records of each person. She's able to decipher many dimensional avatars of a person, including their star makeup in the 5th through 12th dimensions. Wow. So, as Peter said, we are on fire tonight. We are going to open up the phone lines a little bit later on. So, if you've got pen and paper, take down this number. It is 888-369-1396. Again, that number is 888-369-1396. All right, Peter. I gotta turn this over to you.
Awesome. So, folks, tonight we're going to do a water activation, a blessing. We're going to do this one slightly different. I have a pair of very, very cool things in my hand, and we're going to talk about these a little bit later, but we're going to do a water activation utilizing these. So I'd like everyone to just hold your hands above your water, slightly different from we normally do. I want you to make a cone, put 5 fingers together, and just place that over the water, okay? And tonight the energy is going to come from within, not from without, all right? So just go ahead, right over your glass of water, make that cone like this, and I'm going to allow the power of these rods to do what they do, slightly amplified via my method. So in a second, you'll start to feel that energy come from within through your fingertips into the cone into the water. Tonight is just a general blessing to kick off the show. I like doing these because they rock. I'd like everyone to put your attention on the water and repeat the words out loud. I honor the space in which you exist. Now in a second you'll start to feel that energy from within your body running down into your fingertips, into the cone, into the water. And again, we're utilizing some really cool technology tonight, so we're going to have to wait a little bit until we can tell you about that. Okay, I'd like everyone to go and drink as much of that water as you like, please. Notice the taste and the texture of it and where it's moving into your body energy. Very, very important. Holly, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing
Hello,
great.
everybody.
I am doing fantastic. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and the magic you bring to the world.
Wow, that's quite a question. I think Donna did a pretty good job. I'm a little bit different than most psychics, and an oracle is quite a bit different than what psychics do, although I do have the psychic abilities, or I would rather refer to them as spiritual abilities. An oracle is able to go into a person and be able to read their complete blueprint, the energy that is them, which is quite different than the psychic information that I get from the external. So an oracle is able to feel you from the deepest levels, from the subconscious, the superconscious, and the conscious levels. So it's pretty interesting. What's that?
What do I do?
Well. We could go into that for about an hour or two solid.
It's all about you. Continue.
You create magic. That's what you do. You create wonderful magic, beautiful white magic. So what I do is my main mission here is to teach people about who they truly are and what their mission is here, what their life purpose is here, what their gifts and abilities are, so that they can get on track and make sure that they are making the most of their life, so that they complete what they came here for. So that's basically my job, is teaching and training people how to communicate with spirit, how to communicate with their higher selves, how to evolve themselves as much as they possibly can, and do so by living a life full of joy and abundance.
Okay, well, I got a curveball for you. Can psychic abilities be learned?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody, one of my big beefs and a lot of the things I get in trouble with psychics is because I'm always telling people there's not a whole lot of difference between you and I, other than I have spent some time studying and learning these abilities a little bit more than you have. And not necessarily you, but anybody who's asked me that question. They're very much learned. In fact, really, it's the returning to who we were before we entered the earth plane. So these kind of abilities, gosh, you just want to throw me off, don't you? I had never thought of doing that with those rods, so that's a new idea here. There you go. No, I have seen parrots do that before. And antennas. You forgot the antennas.
I'm almost tempted to put it up my nostril and tickle my brain, but we won't tonight. Okay, so how can a person hear their guides and open their third eye?
Very common question that I get asked. Most of this is just because people are in distraction. They haven't learned how to be able to shut down the wild left brain that loves to be heard. It's like a little child that just can't stop saying, "Mom, Mom, Mom." And so learning how to be able to shut that down, or at least put it on hold, is a very important part of being able to connect to the intelligent part of you, the part of you that is off Earth and can bring in the information. So it's mainly about learning how to drop and to receive rather than pushing to try to hear, because push emits an energy that goes out like this. So if someone is trying, they're pushing. So it's a matter of just allowing yourself to become very relaxed, to receive, to open. It's like I tell everybody, get to be where you're a sponge and listen very carefully to the inner promptings within you. A lot of time.
Let's be very clear about something. If a person is trying, okay, they're not doing anything. They're in what we call neutrality. So if you're trying to do something, you're not. You're stuck. So you either do or you don't. It's really simple. Trying doesn't exist.
Thank you. And that's the bottom line, the underlying part of what it is. A lot of people don't understand that. But it is really an energy. As you try, you are pushing. And so in order to receive, you must become completely the opposite in a receptive state, or the sponge state is what I like to, that people seem to get.
Well, why the third eye? Why not your left fingernail?
The third eye is the control center of the pineal gland, and the pineal gland is what it allows us to be able to have communication from the outer world, from the other parts of our self, of our consciousness. And it's an actual gland within the center of the brain that then emits energy and emotion and information to the rest of the body and to the outer world.
Can you access dimensions via the pineal gland?
You can, but I prefer to do it through the chakra system. I think it's a little bit more effective, but the pineal gland being one of those main in the central column of light, or in the combination of pulling all of the chakra systems into one column of light, that is your fastest way to transport yourself out, is to bring all chakras into harmony, and then that way you can navigate the dimensions by just your intention to step into a particular frequency.
So when you navigate dimensions, are you becoming multidimensional?
Yes, absolutely, but I think it's more than that because we live in a third dimensional world, and so we have all of our, most of our consciousness is here doing what we do in great distraction, keeping us in this matrix, which continually is pulsing to us. This is how the world is. So being able to be multidimensional is where are you going to take your conscious focus? And in the fourth dimension, you become a little more aware as you radiate in a fourth dimensional energy or frequency. You begin to become more aware of, okay, this room feels different. Okay, I'm picking up on people's emotions. I think I just read that person's mind. There's too much synchronicity. I'm feeling that there's an energy of a spirit in the room. Those are all fourth dimensional experiences, which the majority of the world is starting to feel now. Because
let's rewind here a second. Let's just pretend I'm a layman person and I'm highly analytical, which I am, by the way. I don't understand dimensions. I understand two things. I understand physical touch, sight, the five senses that are grounded in the third dimension. What is the fourth dimension and beyond? What is that?
Okay. If I was to describe what dimensions are like, they are just different places of frequency where intelligence and communities and consciousness works together. It's kind of like the same idea as different communities here on Earth. We have all these different communities that are in separate places, but say they're all within the area of a county, or they're all within the area of a state or a country. All of them work on their own, but you kind of have to dial into that area code, or you have to dial into that zip code in order to be able to understand how that community works and what its attributes are, how the political systems work, how the culture and everything that they've been raised in. Dimensions are very much the same way. They're just in a different frequency. So in our Earth frequencies here, we have a limited number of frequencies that we're engaged in, and we sign a contract as we enter Earth that we are going to work within those particular frequencies to have the Earth experience. So there's the beauty of the ego that's put into play. So every time someone tries to get out of one of these dimensions or to step out of this particular matrix of energy that keeps us where we're at, then the ego mind steps in and it's going to keep us very active and tell us that we're pretending that we're making this all up. And so it's kind of the catch-all to try to keep us within an earthly plane. Those of us who are on the awakened path have these moments where we step out of that reality and we are stepping into these different frequencies. It's very much like, Peter, if you were going to look at the scale of our vision, and there, we have this certain spectrum of colors that we see with our physical eyes, but we know with technology that there are many other spectrums of colors, and we go into the ultraviolet rays. We can't see them with our physical eyes per se, at least most of us. And so how do we know we're there unless we have the technology to do so? So the same idea with dimensions. They are there. It's just a matter of tapping into them. And they are of an unseen way, but very real when you tap into those experiences.
So I don't actually tap into them when I work with people. I allow them to come to me, right? And I become those dimensions in whatever capacity I need to get whatever the great work is that needs to be done in the moment. And when I teach people about multidimensional things, I always speak of Source as the highest form of love and vibration in the universe, yeah, where nothing of the bad stuff, quote unquote, can exist. And Source doesn't understand the lower vibrational things where the bad stuff exists. So as you move, when you're working with people, and as you move into these higher realms, is it possible for any of the bad stuff that we experience in the third dimension to move into those other dimensions? Not necessarily when you're working on them, but just there in the now.
Absolutely, and I think it's one of the main reasons people are afraid to open up their third eye or to do their meditation, because they're afraid of what they might see, especially because religion has taught us to stay away from unfamiliar spirits. If you go into these fields, what you can experience. The media has done a great job on showing us that same thing of, as soon as you start messing with these fields, then you're going to get horror movies in your mind and in your home. And in many ways that can be true. If your vibration isn't high enough, you can reach into that fourth dimension, the negative part of the fourth dimension, which is where a lot of those unpleasants reside. But this is a universe of polarity. The seventh universe is all about all forms of polarity. So even within, and you're going to probably completely disagree with me on this one, but even within the source realm, there is the source to create a polarity. So there's got to be a polarity within source in order for this universe to be able to work. And that doesn't mean that there's darkness in source. It just means that one who is in source and one who is over darkness is there providing that for people's growth, for a challenge for this universe. So
Okay,
kind of a different way to look at it.
I'm gonna educate you just a little bit, okay? And I'm gonna agree to disagree. So if you can solve this riddle, I will totally agree with you, okay? You have there's a box, okay, a big room we'll call it, and it has no doors and no windows, yeah? And it's completely pitch black. And the absence of light and black represent the good neutrality, the bad neutrality, or the polar opposites of what you're talking about, yeah? So you're in a room, it's totally black, and you turn on a bright light. What happens to the darkness?
Dissipates.
Goes away, right? It's
Yes.
gone as soon as you turn on the light. Now, if you're in a room filled with white light, can the darkness exist within that room?
Absolutely not. I use that analogy all the time.
But then you're in a conundrum for what you just explained to me prior to me showing you that example. You're talking about source having polarities, and that's impossible.
Well, the source having a polarity, this is within the seventh universe. So this is what is very different than all of the other universes.
Let's bring it back
and that's
down
what
to the
makes ours so special. So in our
Let's bring it back down to it, an earthly understanding. So you're caught in a catch-22 with that phrase. And I agree with you. I mean, you know, we all have our ways of learning. We all have our ways of seeing things very, very differently.
So if Source is the creator of all, and Source is the creator of both the light and the dark, then both exist within Source. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the choice of light isn't what is there within that particular dimension.
So if Source was the sneeze, that means we will all get cancer? If it represents a dual polarity, it's all good. So, you're obviously a very gifted intuitive amongst a million other things. Can you explain to the listening audience how they can feel energy tonight?
Again, it goes back to distraction, because our physical bodies and everything we're taught from the time we're born is that, you know, if it's only real if you can feel it. And so with energy, it has to be quieting the mind enough and going to the internal, going within to feel subtle feels.
I'm putting you on the spot right now. I would love it if you could do an activation to everyone listening so they could feel energy the way that you displace it and output it any way you want right here, right now.
And I love that. Thank you so much for that opportunity. All right,
That's not what you were just thinking.
No, I'm excited. No, I was excited that it's already here. All right, so what I'd love for everyone to do is just to sink deeply into your chair. Close your eyes if you would like to. And you're going to go deeply into concentrating on the center of your chest, into the heart area. It's not necessarily on the physical heart. You can kind of go just to the center of your chest. And I just want you to take a couple of deep breaths, and right now I'm just surrounding you with amazing energy of a love frequency. This is of pure white light to cleanse and purify, to protect you. We're inviting all of your guides, your angels, all of your spirit team to surround each one of you individually, and inviting the beautiful violet flame to pulse in you, through you, to transmute any unpleasant energies and to put you into deep energy and peace. And all it takes is just the invitation. I am open to receiving this pure energy. You may notice it as starting to tingle in the bottom of your feet. You may notice as your hands getting a little warm and tingling. And you may even feel a little bit of a swirling effect right now as we all enter into this heart energy together. Breathing deeper again. And you're just shooting up your vibrational rate of your body. You're literally inviting your cells of your body to vibrate at a higher pace, much faster pace, so that you may move up to an energy of bliss. This can happen very rapidly. And remember, this is all about the feeling. What you want to do is feel within your body that which feels different. You are noticing these subtle energies and movement within. And intensifying it one more. You are creating a space now where you can be one of those who carries pure source light within your body, and open the doors to your bottom of your feet and allow this pure light to flow through you and down into earth. Just see yourself as a conduit and feel the waterfall of energy just pouring through. Within the Tachyon field of energy now, we invite all residual energies, emotions, and that which is not in your best and highest good that may be there residing without your knowledge to leave now, to completely dissipate, to be purified by this 0-point field, and leave you in this beautiful place of the neutrality, so that you feel very, very light after the meditation. All right, I'll let you all just stay in that, and I want you to hold that through the rest of the radio show. Hold this beautiful love frequency and vibration through the entire radio show. And let that be your intention, and you're not going to come up out of it. I want you to stay right where you are. Just bring your consciousness back to the show, and yet let the energy still continue to be a part of you. Thank you, Peter, for letting me do that.
That was very cool. One of the benefits I get for having amazing guests on the MDM show like you is to watch how you work. And when you work, you're very in the moment, and you're also aware of what's happening. And what's interesting is I can watch it. And you have a very earthbound, motherly energy that just kind of flows out of you and just reaches all those that are receptive to it. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I want to talk about these for a minute.
Yeah.
And I'll let you explain what they are. I'm just going to explain my experience. I received these from Holly a few days ago, and I get a lot of really cool things from people and guests that we have on the show. And sometimes I promote their products, sometimes I don't. I really need to feel what they're doing to me in the moment, and that allows me to, project it. But I typically don't use the products that I receive on myself, and unless it was something like the violet torch that we had a few weeks ago. That was just for hair growth. And you can see my hair is growing pretty long now. Actually, I got it cut, but it was long. But anyways, I don't really allow the energies of any devices to interact with myself, specifically because I just don't. And these guys are amazing, okay? And I had a very close friend over the house the other night, and she suffers from headaches that come on and last for 2 or 3 days, and on a scale of 0 to 10, a 10 being a debilitating where you're just throwing up in your bed for 2 or 3 days, to 0, which is fine. When these come on, they're typically between a 7 and an 8, and she has to take some pretty hardcore medicine to medicate it. And again, I'm not a medical practitioner, and I don't pretend to be. But what I did with these guys was I just had her wave them in synchronicity, or on the side of her head and around it. And then she was sitting back on the couch, and we just kind of put them over her shoulder, and the headache was gone in 5 minutes. And that's a testament to an amazing device. And there's a lot of devices out there that do all kinds of cool things, and there's also a lot of devices out there that they don't work at all. I really believe in these, and I'm going to allow Holly to tell you exactly what they are. You'll also notice that I like playing with them, because they have become extremely friendly with me. Again, everything in existence has consciousness. Remember, folks,
it is.
Energy that is in physical form or non-physical form will do anything for you as long as you acknowledge its existence through some simple words. I honor the space in which you exist. And they're just very loving and incredibly friendly. And I'm going to allow Holly to tell you about them.
Oh, you're so right on everything you just said there. That's exactly what this is. And what Peter's holding in his hands are these wonderful Tachyon rods. That's what we call them, as the power rods. And
hey, yours have earrings. That's not fair. Or those nose rings. What are those?
I have cute little embroidered pink roses on them just because I'm so girly. No, that's because they pass through my office so often. I finally said to Paris, I'm going to mark some just for me so they don't keep walking off to other people.
These are mine!
That's exactly right. So the beauty about the Tachyon energy, and the reason that it's so important to bring it to Earth, is because it is that space and that energy and those particles that were taken from the Earth, or were at least greatly reduced during the times of Atlantis. And the misuse of this beautiful consciousness and energy was literally removed from the Earth, or the most part of it, because of the misuse. So bringing it back to Earth was a pretty important part of this whole process. When I was approached by and I know this is way out there in the field, and it is to me too, but I was approached by a being of light who came to me and said, I want you to flood the Earth with Tachyon. And I didn't even know what it was. This was like 4:30 in the morning, and so I was taught for about 30 minutes about the fields of Tachyon, and then after this being left, of course, I was very curious, so I got up to the internet to find out what the heck it was. So in the last 5 to 6 years, I've been working very, very deeply in the alchemy forms of the Tachyon to find out and push it and see what it can do, what its limitations are, which of course are none, but some of the basics that I found and why it's so important to us now as we are here on Earth and we are embodying this new frequency, all the new energies that are coming into Earth to help to accelerate it to a higher level of intelligence and love. The Tachyon fields are being given back to us again so that we can begin our manifestation. And this intensifies the field of manifestation. So many of us come and are experiencing within our world around us all the negativity of everything that's happened to us. When you have Tachyon within your field, such as a pendant or a bracelet or the power rods, whatever it might be, you are staying in a field that kicks off all of the old residual energy. So bringing yourself back down to a point of neutrality so that when you manifest, all that positive, beautiful energy is going into the manifestation. I like to refer to Tachyon particles as the building blocks of any manifestation, of that base energy that allows creation to happen. It's a consciousness within itself that then, when you put a terminology or a desire upon it, it begins to build that. So it's wonderful in the field of manifestation, but we've also found many other aspects of why Tachyon is so important to building the new star human.
Holly, in my research, tachyons are subatomic particles that travel faster than light, I believe.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's mind-blowing, but how does it work? How do you get it in here, and what do these do?
Well, that's the $10 million question, isn't it? So,
You have 30 seconds.
well, that was my question when this being came and said, "Hey, you're supposed to bring Tachyon to the world," and I'm like, "What?" You know, and and so honestly, it was given to me just step by step to be able to do this. And what's fun is being able to fill the different forms. We utilize a Mishium effect, which is no other tachyon out there has this Mishium effect, which is what makes our particular products so powerful. They're about 3 to 4 times stronger than any of the other products out there, and they're of a very pure form because of this advanced formula that has come through. And so we've done an awful lot of research and study and development to do that. And that's why our main purpose was so that the physical human, even in a non-awakened state, could feel the tachyon energy going on if they felt the power rod. So that's our most powerful product that we have. We have many other ones.
So, so hang on one second, Holly. For clarity, when I play with these, no matter what I do, they almost create a bowing effect in front of them, and it's very real. I mean,
it's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Very, very gorgeous. And I'm just curious, how do you make these? How do you do the tachyons emit from them? Do they attract the tachyons to them? How does it work?
So it's a process of being able to imbue specific items in a very concentrated state. And that's the interesting part of it all, is how is it done? I would love to give you our proprietary method, but unfortunately, I would have to kill you.
No, remember, I'm not the guinea pig. Donna is. Donna asked me to ask these questions, so take out your vengeance on her.
No, I would never harm anyone.
They're very, very cool devices. I mean,
the main thing that I love about the tachyon and what's so important, even if you're not in an awakened state or you're not on a spiritual path, just for your body physically, our bodies are being bombarded with the EMF. We've got how many cell phone frequencies going through us at one time? How many cell phone plans are there? We've got radio emissions. We've got TV, satellite emissions. Our aura fields are being bombarded with this EMF, which is not a normal human thing. So it's literally taken, and the percentage rate right now is about 35% of our human energy fields are literally being eaten up, trying to fight the free radicals of the EMF that's going on. So by having tachyon on you, because it harmonizes that, I'm not going to say it eliminates it, it takes that negative part of the EMF and it harmonizes it so that it flows smooth. You're seeing those waves go through. It takes anything of a really violent nature and it completely harmonizes it into something very smooth. So the entire field, I love it. I have my chair in my office is tacyonized. When people come in and sit down, I watch and I'm waiting, and about 30 seconds after them sitting there, they'll go, and they literally just melt into this relaxed field because finally their bodies are not being bombarded by EMF. So I think it's vital for everyone who is in human state here to have tachyon on them so that they don't have to have that kind of energy going out.
This stuff's amazing. Like, Scotty, beam me up, right? It's awesome. How would you like to do an activation with me with everyone utilizing the rods? And we could do something. Let's do something big. So I want everybody to participate.
Love it.
Everyone, go get a glass of water. I want to do a huge activation. I want to use these guys to help. Let's do this on a global scale. How's that sound? We want to take all of the negative karma in the world and let's transform it into positive karma. What do you think? Can we do that? Can we do that with tachyon energy? So what I'll do is I'm going to hold these guys in the left and the right hand of my palm, and I'm going to put them at a 45-degree angle like that towards my glass of water. And I'll kick it off. I'll just start the energy flow, and then I'll allow you to do whatever you want. How's that sound? Sound good, Holly?
Sounds good. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay.
That's all right. Okay, so Donna, stop smiling. Man, every time I look down in the corner, you're smiling. Don't frown either, but, you know. All right, so everyone, go get a glass of water. We're going to put tachyon beams, global activation, transmute all negative karma in the world to positive karma, and we're going to do this massive activation here. So I'm intuitively being guided to hold these at a 45-degree angle into my glass of water, which will then connect with everybody's water on the live show or the recorded ones. And what I'd like you to do, Holly, is, you know, just utilize this 45-degree angle to do whatever you want.
All
Okay?
right.
So, folks, I'll count backwards, 3, 2, 1. When we get to 1, no, 0, 3, 2, 1, then Holly will start. Stop smiling, Donna. All right, here we go.
I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm like, the questions are off the hook in the chat. So
Well, I can't hold these for much longer, so they're really
all right.
I can't figure out how to get in chat, so okay. I'm just hoping that that's what's going on. So
You
sorry,
don't
guys.
worry about the chat. You stay focused. You're doing good. The people are just, they're chomping at the bit here, but everyone's ready to go, so let's do this.
All
All
right.
right, folks, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Holly, do your thing.
So the tachyon right now is being emitted through quantum. And we're literally putting the quantum waves directly into the water that's sitting right in front of you. It doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter if you're watching this after it's already aired. This time right now will be here available for you in this moment that you are in your awareness. And bringing these beautiful 0-point fields in to completely balance all chakra systems, to align all the meridians within your body, to eliminate all negative EMF effects from your body, to allow healing to be amplified at a profound state within all the cellular structure, deep to the subatomic particles of your body. The beautiful part about the tachyon energy is it is going into the water now, is it will help to awaken and enlighten you as to your own intention and desire to have this happen. So it will work only in harmony with you. It could never work against you. It is only working for you. It is taking off all of the residual energies or all of the limitations that you've currently put on yourself as to why you could not heal, why you cannot see, hear, or communicate with spirit. These particular layers of resistance are being removed from your body once you partake of this water, and you can be in a pure and perfect state of bliss, allowing this energy to just pour through you as a vessel of light, as one who is here walking sacred ground on earth and emitting your love. Anything you want to add, Peter? All right,
My
drink.
hands are very, very warm. Everyone, go ahead and drink your water. Okay, Donna, do we have questions from the listening audience tonight?
Why do we?
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Let's start rocking them out.
All right, let's do it. I gotta scroll back up. The chat has been moving. So I want to start with. Okay. First of all, just a statement because Charlene said, loved how you just explained dimensions. So I want you to know what Charlene was saying. And all right, here we go. This is from Becky. This is the one I was looking for. Becky asked, is Source really the creator of darkness, or is it just allowed to happen because of free will? So both of you kind of attack that one. Handle that one.
Well, I have to tell you that when these concepts first came in and I was being taught these concepts, you have to know every part of me was in complete disagreement with what I was hearing, because it didn't go within my beautiful little religious upbringing and teaching and everything that I had known. I couldn't understand how both could be, but because of the importance of polarity in growth within the seventh dimension, the seventh universe, everything about our agreement to be in this reality is about experiencing the polarity and then having the free will and choice to choose where we want to keep our consciousness, where we want to keep our heart, our energy, and our thoughts. So it's a beautiful thing. So many people think about negativity or they want to call it darkness and right or wrong. I'm not in the agreement of right and wrong at all. I mean, I think that we're here to experience, and many times, I don't know if any of you have had this happen, but sometimes the worst experiences of your life, the most negative experiences of your life, are the ones that are going to pull you into a place where you're going to make a choice to do something different. So when you think of it about being a bad thing, sometimes the worst choices or the things you still feel shameful or guilt about are the things that brought you into a reality that you would never choose them again. How can something so dark be dark if it is bringing you into the light? It's just a part of the challenge of growth and the experiencing. We all need something that is going to pull against the very thing we're moving towards. That little bit of resistance allows us to have that spurt of growth and to really solidify in us who we are and what we want. I hope that helps answer it just a little bit clearer on the free will part.
I get it. I saw the light. I get it.
Whoa! Cha-ching!
I just had an image from Lord of the Rings, you know, like the ring Precious. My precious.
I noticed you were really romancing these rods over there.
I want a set. I had to give me a set. Okay, so speaking of the rods, and Valerie wants to know, and Valerie, I'm going to broaden your question just a little bit, but Valerie wants to know, do they come with a warranty? And I'm going to ask, does your products come with a warranty?
We have a 90-day money-back guarantee because we want everybody to be completely pleased with our products. So any item that you order once, anytime within that 90 days, I don't care if it barks at you, you're welcome to just send it back to us. And the only thing you would be out with just a small shipping fee to send it back. But we always guarantee our products. We are that sure that once you get them in your hands and you utilize them in your life, that you won't want to be without them. So very much so. The products, the Tachyon infusion part of it all is a permanent state. So once it's put into an item, it will continually be emitting that particular energy indefinitely. So there is no need to recharge them.
Woohoo! Love that, love that, love that. Okay, I've got to open up the lines again. Folks, the number is 888-369-1396. One more time, 888-369-1396. Folks, the lines are open. And while we're waiting for folks to call.
That was quick.
Wow.
Hi, this is Peter. You're live on the MDM Show.
Hey there, Peter. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate it so much. I'm really having fun with this Tachyon energy. This is pretty awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it is. It's very enlightening.
It's pretty fun the way it just works on your third eye, doesn't it? And then all throughout your body, you just tingle. It feels amazing.
It does. It does. So, do you have a question for us?
I do. Now, I read on Holly's bio and all the amazing talents and gifts that you have. So what is it? Do you perceive anything? I have zero complaints. Just wondering what I'm so talented as that's about to come through. Seems like I'm on the verge of something.
Okay.
All right, Peter, did you understand that? Because it kind of came through a little jumbly. Maybe you can restate for me.
She said you had amazing feedback, basically, on your website. And is there anything you can't do?
You know, I'm still working on the bilocating thing. I've done it once, and I'm still also working on telekinesis. I can do quite a few things with telekinesis, but not nearly to the degree that I would like to be able to do. So
She's,
still growing, constantly growing. I mean, I feel like a baby, truly, in this play.
she said she can make you an omelet with one hand tied behind her back.
That I could do.
I just want to watch you crack
He's
eggs.
really good, but I can't crack an egg with one hand.
Thank you. Thank you for your phone call.
Thank you so much for your thoughts.
Have a good evening. Okay, folks, got a couple more minutes before we shift to gears here. If you want to call in again, that number is 888-369-1396. So, before we were interrupted, what were you saying? Hang on. Hi, this is Peter. You're live on the MDM Show. Hello? You need to walk away from your computer, please. You're getting feedback. Can you use tachyons to mute?
There you go. Put it between you and the mic.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. Can you walk away from your computer? You're on a feedback loop.
I'm away.
Okay. Hi. Who are we speaking to?
Georgia?
Hey, Georgia. How are you?
Okay, how are you, Peter?
I'm doing well. What can we help you with?
Oh, I was just kind of curious how they might read in on me.
You got your first victim, Holly.
Ooh. This is always a sticky situation because I work very, very interpersonal and people, and so what I read, some of the things might need to be said more on a personal basis.
Use your own personal judgment then and keep it more for the public.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There's still a lot of areas that you're going to need some release in, and I think you've consciously been working on what it is you need to be comfortable within your environment, but there are still some areas and levels that you haven't gone to that need to be uncovered. There's also, I feel still there's a little bit of sense of frustration in wanting to be able to do and I guess the wording would be to enhance your abilities more. There's a block of frustration there and not being able to reach that next level. So what I'd like you to do is just sit back for a minute. If you'll let me in your energy field, I will work specifically with your resistance if you are open to that.
Sure.
All right. So as you are open and available, we're going to release some of the heart chakra energy that is just built up. So this will allow you to be able to move more into love. You'll find that you are having more positive interaction in relationships with others. Not that it's negative, but I can see that you are a tender soul, and so there's a lot of barriers that you've placed up. So we're just going to open up that heart area again. Just allow some of that to flow out of you. Just think about the hurt and pain flowing out. And I want you to just breathe in deeply your power, the remembrance of who you are. And what I'm going to do is have your guides and angels step close to you, and I'm going to create a steady stream of this continual energy to go on throughout the rest of the show, and probably about for the next 24 minutes is what I'm seeing. So this energy will still contain and remember with you, so just relax in knowing that it's done, and that at the end of that time you should be able to see and hear more clearly, and your heart will definitely feel much lighter. You'll literally feel like you're floating for the next couple of days.
Holly, can I interject here for a second?
Please do.
This woman has a massive load of yellow energy stemming from her collarbone down her left arm. The age of 23, does that ring a bell for you, something? Because that's where this manifested and has really hardened over time. Does 23 ring a bell?
It does.
Okay, we don't need to go into specifics, but Holly, I want you to concentrate on that left-hand part of our arm from a collarbone down and just break it up
Absolutely.
and I'll pull it out. Just sit down, please. If you get lightheaded or dizzy, let me know.
I'm fine.
Now you are. You won't be in 30 seconds. That's what I'm saying. If you get lightheaded or dizzy.
Come at me, Peter.
All right, go ahead, Holly. She's all yours.
All right, so what we want to do here is I just want to tap into the superconscious in recognizing that the earth experiences here that have been harmful and hurtful have brought you into being the amazing being that you are right now. The person that you are right now is strong and powerful because of that. Also has brought you to a wounded state, and that's what we're going to release. So knowing that you came to earth for experiences and that they would be both positive and negative, that you are going to be the teacher of those in your world and your environment and offer yourself sometimes as a victim in those situations. We're just going to release all of that now from those layers and levels from all lifetimes, all past lifetimes, all future lifetimes, and this particular earth experience, releasing all and receiving the knowledge and the understanding so that there will be no more emotional triggers for you for this particular experience. And dissipating it all and just seeing massive amounts of the pure golden light coming into that area now. So nice job, Peter.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, right. It's almost, it's gone to a prismatic color now, just beautiful prismatic, very light, translucent. So what I want you to do is just kind of tighten the muscles in that arm and the shoulder, and then drop them one more time. Let's just get that final last release and clearing out of there. There you go. Nice shift. Sweet. All right, good.
Thank you, Holly.
Very good. You're welcome.
Do you want that other thingy cleared up too? And I won't mention it on the air, but you know what I'm talking about.
Me?
You?
Me?
No, me? No, you.
Sure.
You. You're the caller. I'm the host, really.
Clear it.
I'm the victim.
I'm what? What I'm asking is, without going into great detail,
Right.
do you want that other thing removed?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Think of white paper.
Have at it.
Just
White
think.
paper?
Just think of
Yeah.
white paper. Let me know when it starts to heat up in your throat.
Getting hot.
What?
Getting hot. Get more.
Okay, now take that thing and put it into that white paper on the count of three. I'll go 3, 2, 1. Okay, you ready? Now all you gotta do is just move it into the white paper. 3, 2, 1. Do it now.
Okay.
Oh, that was a rush. Well, I love being me. It's fun.
Oh, I'm knowing you.
Well, thank you very much for
So
calling.
much fun.
You have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay, we got time for one more. These are fun. Holly, you having a good time?
A great time.
All right, I think we're going to blow through our 60 minutes. Again, folks, the toll-free number is 888-369-1396 if you have questions for Holly or myself.
Please make sure you walk away from the computer. Hold on.
Hello? This is Peter?
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Hi, Peter.
Hi, how are you?
I'm here.
Who are we speaking with?
My name's Denise.
Eve?
Denise.
Like Christmas Eve?
Denise.
Oh, okay. What can we help you with?
And I was wondering if there's anything I can do to help awaken my dormant powers.
Yes, absolutely, and I'll let Holly guide you on this one. She asked Holly if there's anything she can do to awaken her dormant powers.
Well, I love that you just said that, because here we are in a field of tachyon energy, and the whole show is radiating that. You just drank the water of that. So by you verbalizing and saying exactly that, you just opened the gate to be able to do so. So one of the things I would love for you to do is please just relax and trust yourself. trust yourself. Trust that the information, the feeling, the intuitions are exactly straight from spirit, because there are elements from the past that are showing that you're still not quite trusting. And I realize in your conscious level that's not true, but on your subconscious level it is a truth. And so just trust yourself. You've got this. You've got this. Know that you know that you know. Know that you've already done this. You're not learning. You are literally remembering exactly all of that you are. And as you just invite that to run through you and go into the knowing, I always say this phrase, go into the knowing. You just know that you know that you know how to do this. And then watch how magic happens and opens up those doors so you just find the way. Remember that your imagination is the key to your creation. And so utilizing the imaginative power, if you can see it and imagine it, you can bring it into a physical state. So you're right there. You're right on the precipice. And I love that you did that during this call, literally making this statement and the desire to do so. So continue to do that out loud. Continue to state, I am in all of my power. I am remembering everything purely, clearly, and with great intention.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome. You have a good evening.
Wow,
All
what
right,
a beautiful soul. Whew.
You guys want to do one more?
Yes, please.
Donna, I thought you'd be jumping in going, my turn, my turn.
Well, you know what? I can always reach you, of course. And folks,
You're in my backyard, yeah.
I am in your backyard. Yay me. Holly, give us a shout out for your website. And while hopefully we'll get one more caller. Come on, folks.
Yeah, let's do one more. Again, folks, that's 888. Imagine that. It was a Tachyon beams, I swear. Hi, this is Peter. You're live on the MDM call with myself and Holly.
Hey, thanks. My name is Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on my abilities to manifest things and kind of, beginner in that. I mean, consciously, and I was just wondering if Holly could, if you, Peter, could, look into my energy field and see where I'm blocked and.
Yeah, your block runs from your ear to the left-hand side of your chin bone. Get a glass of water. I'll do this one.
Okay.
Do you concur, Holly?
Yeah, boy, he's got some nice strong ones built in there, too. I just want to say that I'm working on the emotion of the, it's a fear emotion, because there's a part of you who wants to be able to manifest and do so like you did before, but what if that changes everything? And that's exactly the idea behind it. You're actually fighting against the very thing that you're manifesting by the what if part of it all. So it's a subconscious thing you're doing in there that is sabotaging your actual manifestation. So please come in sync with yourself. Basically, just allow yourself to be able to manifest in a smooth and easy and perfect way that it will always be right. I'd also like to give you one other clue to it. I can see Peter's working on your body right now. Yeah, all elements there.
I'm sorry, Paul was your first name?
Yes.
Paul, put your attention quickly on your glass of water.
Okay.
Go ahead and drink it and tell me about the taste and the texture, please.
That's interesting. It's a little bit more like fruit juice.
Like what?
It has kind of, I don't know how to describe it.
Castor oil, maybe?
Words, but, I don't know. It's different.
Okay. Put your attention on your left jaw from your ear down to the tip of your chin. And let me know when the shift occurs. Right there. You there, Paul?
Yeah.
Can you describe to us what's happening?
Well, I felt on my left cheekbone. I hope it's expanding because that's the area of my body that you expand. I mean, literally, physically, it's orthodontic. So it's interesting you picked that area.
Imagine that. So, what I just want you to do is just get off the phone, get off the show. You can watch it later. Just go sit back and allow that to run through you and completely remove it, okay? And just don't deny what it does. Just allow it to flow, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good evening. Okay, so we'll do some more callers here in a minute, but I need to talk about the master classes which are happening less than 48 hours from now. So, folks, we put together for the first time what we call the master classes, and a couple weeks ago we did the show, so I'm only going to spend a couple minutes on this. And you know, I'm spending time on this because I really want you to understand what you're getting in this package. Okay, so if you go back to the Valentine's Day special that we did, we talked ad nauseum about the master classes and exactly, you know, when they're going to be and how, what the content that's going to be in there. I just want to spend 2 minutes talking about it here. I'm offering 6 master classes, of which the first one was done called I Can Create Anything, and it's up on the front page of the MDM site now. You can go there, you can download it, and you can listen to it. It's really the precursor to a new level of work that I'm doing. Okay, for folks that have been with me for years, really understand that that particular class was the first one of a whole new generation of energy work that I'm now involved with and what I'm doing, what I'm bringing to the world. So, talk about the special a little bit. You get 6 master class workshops, which are a combined value of $2,400. They start March 1st, Tuesday, March 1st at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We have toll-free calling in. You can connect from your computer. We have international toll-free calling with these classes now. Spaces are incredibly limited when we started, and now there's only maybe 3 or 4 left, and we're trying to sell these out. Okay, so you get 6 masterclass workshops, a combined value of $2,400. I am also giving you absolutely free Aquaware 4, the Source 4, and the 12th Project 4.0. That's $1,100 worth of software, absolutely free. You get that right out of the gate. I'm also giving away free upgrades to Aquaware 5, which is coming out later in the year. That's a $600 value. And I'm also giving you 1 hour with me on my dime, which is a $300 value. It's a total value package at $4,400. Now, I don't give, I mean, I give a lot of things away. And I'm really giving a lot of things away in this package at a combined value of $4,400. I'm giving you 78% off the total value, bringing the package down to $997. We only have a few spaces left. I really would like to sell them out. $997. The link is on the email that went out for the show. It's on Facebook. It's on the front page of the website. Go and really seize this moment. The master classes, once they're gone, they're gone. You know, I don't know if we're going to be doing them again, and if we do, it's probably not going to be for another year. So again, it's limited spacing. It's $4,400 value on sale only for the next 36 hours because there is homework assignments in there that you have to get done before you participate in the class. So for the next 36 hours, it's $997. And when they're gone, they're gone. I'm giving you 78% off, $4,400. So, you know, it's up to you. Grab it and run with it. Okay, Holly, how can people get a hold of you?
You can visit my website at azspiritualmedium@hotmail.com, which I believe is just listed there on the screen. You can also go to Tachyon Living and see what we've got going on there. We do have a special tonight, so anybody on the show, if you do decide that you're going to place an order tonight, just all you have to do is just send us an email or let us know. Anybody up till midnight is going to get 20% off their order, so that's kind of nice for you.
Get the Tachyon beams, beam me up.
On.
One other thing, can I say, Peter? I have taken many of Peter's classes and or his workshops, and I've got his software, and I just want to really strongly encourage anybody who's thinking of taking that next step. This is a beautiful opportunity to learn from a master and to be able to get this amazing software in your home and start using it. It's fabulous.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you, Holly. That's awesome. Here's a question. Sohel wants to know, can you read your Akashic Records?
So, hi, Suhail. I haven't talked to you in a while, so it's good to have you here. Now, I'm wanting to know, do I read my own Akashic Records, or do I read your Akashic Records? That's what I'm wanting to know.
I think it's read like our Akashic Records, because I know you can read yours, right?
Usually with a reading, there is so much information, it's hard to even comprehend all of it. It comes out as a massive, literally like a massive download, so I always tell everybody to record whatever's coming through, because it'll be almost a 6-month study course for them for all the information that comes through. But it's a very helpful way, because the more you know about the other parts to you, the easier it is to incorporate that into who you are now. So yes, I do.
Okay. Holly, amazing. Thank you very much for taking the time out to come on the MDM show. Once again, folks, we're going to be live in New York City probably the end of April. We're lining up some amazing guests to join this event. We're going to be renting out an area, or seating probably for 150 to 200 people. It's going to be the first large live, conference that I've ever done. And believe me, I'm completely animated when I'm in front of people. But what Holly doesn't know is she just got an invitation to participate in that with us.
Well, I would love to. How fun would that be? Yay! I have wanted to go to New York my whole life. That sounds great.
Woohoo!
So again, there'll be emails sent out. All the details will be coming within the next 30 to 45 days of when and everything. And believe me, the show lineup that we're going to have on that's going to be absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And of course, I'm just going to be animated in front of a lot of people doing some really, really cool activations with water and teaching you a lot of things about yourself and a lot of things you don't know. So look for that. We also have the harmonic field amplifier coming out. The first physical device I've ever created. It's a new way to travel. You will put it into your car, okay? It will take all of the energy in your car that is non-harmonic or in balance, and it will wash it through the 0 point automatically, and when it comes out, it'll return it to a harmonic state. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so your tires don't wear as fast, your brakes don't wear as fast, your engine oil viscosity will not break down as fast. If you're in a bad mood, you will instantly be placed in a good mood. And here's a cool thing. I'm big on the water technology, obviously. And in Aquaware 4, we have the force field transportation intent. And what that does is that creates a humidity bubble around the outside of your car to protect you. Now, there's some really cool testimonials on the website about how that has worked with people. Now, I was driving one day, and I had that running, and I had a rock about the size of a golf ball hit my windshield at a 45-degree angle. The windshield should have shattered, and it didn't. So long story short, the harmonic field amplifier will also create force fields, and I'm not going to tell you which ones, of course, outside the car in the humidity bubble as you travel. Again, I'm putting a lot of time, a lot of research development, and a lot of my resources into getting this. They'll be made in Germany, hopefully, and we should have some prototypes within the United States within the next 30 to 60 days. And when we do, you'll start to see this. It'll probably be available within the next 4 months, but when it does come online, you'll have never seen anything like this. I put a couple teasers up on the website, and they're also up on my Facebook page, so if you want to check them out, it's called the HFA, the Harmonic Field Amplifier, and we call it a new way to travel. It's absolutely going to be mind-blowing and amazing. Donna, what do we got?
Ooh, a lot. Wow. I'm speechless. I'm excited. I'm on fire, and we couldn't get to all the questions on the in the chat. So of course, folks, we gave a shout out to Holly's email plus her website. You're going to want to go and connect with her. Make sure you do that. Please take advantage of the wonderful gift that she is offering of 20% off tonight. And then, of course, the master classes are going to be off the chain. Edward, big shout out to you. Edward is in the chat saying the master classes will change your life. He's absolutely right. They are going to change your life. And, you know, you're ready to do your thing and jump into you. And we've had some folks on the call tonight talk about that. So this is a great time to get into the master classes and learn exactly how to do that and move forward once you do jump into yourself. So I'm excited, folks. I can't even say anymore, Peter.
Thanks everyone for joining us, Holly. Thank you, Donna.
Thank
everyone
you.
Have a beautiful, safe evening. Thank you.
Right on. Hey, good night, everyone. We'll see you next Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30. Good night, everyone.